doing pretty much the same thing today that I did yesterday, just because, why not, you know? Just 1 second to do my little pinned comment up here. Okay. Excellent. Slide that over a little bit more. Yeah, nice. Okay. Excellent. So obviously we're doing mostly tarot today. Let me just pull up some ambient music. One sec. Where are the long ones they had? Interesting. do, do, do. Let's do actually. Yes. You know, I really hate when people just do like all a playlist of multiple songs. Like, I just want one big thing together of all songs. I'm gonna go to Spotify instead. There we go. Yeah, that is a good album, huh? This probably is too. That's wild how I don't have all these. Anyway. Oh, I didn't know there was a moon. Okay. Hopefully that's not too loud. If it is, let me know and we'll fix it. We're just doing things a little different today, because why not? back to see all my comments. Alright, if anybody's like wrote anything by now, like I'm so sorry, I'm literally just hitting the chat. So, yeah. We're chilling, we're hanging out. Cards have been shuffled. I know I don't normally come on here on Thursdays, but here we is. All right. Also, happy 420, everyone. Enjoy. I'm just doing a little diamond painting while I wait for questions. And again, if the music is too loud, just let me know and I can absolutely lower it. It's hard to find good levels for music that is kind of intricate. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Hopefully well. That one did not want to stay. Like really been thinking, nobody that I have seen anyway, if they're out there I just have not come across them yet, but nobody's really doing like metal tarot, you know what I mean? People just peace and light and everything, but like, you know, that we need some aggression sometimes. Honestly, I don't know if any of you guys are fans of metal, but metal is just a good way to like get all those angry feelings out without doing it yourself, you know? Like, I don't want to say anger by association, but anger by association, a little bit. Anyway, yeah. Nice chill day. and the first person that does enter the chat and has a question will get their reading totally free. That's a thing. So, just ask. I'm here. So, yeah. Hope everybody has a great day. We're just hanging out. Tomorrow, you know, if I also have no viewers again tomorrow, I like really don't want to do a face reveal, but I feel like that's the only way it's going to even get me viewers. But then again, people watch other people without faces all the time, so I don't really know. Kind of at an impasse with that, honestly. So let me know what you guys prefer, and I will try my best. Yeah. So like I said, first question asked is totally free, no donation required, but that requires somebody to ask. But yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying your day and having a good time. I know it's quite hazy out there today, I'm sure. Sorry, English only. English only, and I do not do, like, this person's feelings for me, because they're not in my chat, you are in my chat. So if that's what that question is, know that I don't, that's, like, the only question I don't answer. If you do have a connection together, you guys, I can absolutely do a read. I just don't like reading anybody without their full consent. So unless you guys are, like, actually involved, like, as a couple or whatever, that's when I will read the energy between you two. And if you're no contact, there's probably a reason for it. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Hope everyone's doing well and enjoying their Thursday. I know I don't normally pop on here on Thursdays, but here I am. Here I be. If you're new here, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Totally up to you if you want to as well, but it definitely helps me out. Yeah. Anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? Anything interesting going on? Alright. And the first actual question I get will be free, so whoever asks first gets their reading on the house. And donations can be for literally any amount that you want. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, you don't have to, like, send me, like, $10 for a reading. That's not what this is. Like, I don't care. I just have to, you know, we all got bills to pay. You know how it is. Anyway. Yeah. We're out here, we're vibing. My cards are definitely shuffled, ready to go. Yeah. It's a good day today. Right, friends? Every day is a good day, if you make it one. Hi, my friend. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I'm absolutely taking questions. I'm just, you know, doing some artsy stuff in the background for a little, you know, visual pleasing, I guess. And you know what? I should take this ugly thing off my wrist, don't you think? It is not great. Alright. Oh, good song. Any fun plans for the weekend? Anything going on? Yeah, absolutely. You got it, Kala. Alright. So, reading for Kala in general. So I have like a prism oracle that I tend to go towards a lot, because it's like mostly like feelings and vibes and everything. So I'm going to start off with that, and then I'll pull a tarot as well. So in general for Kala. Jesus Christ. Alright. That's fine. No, it's not. Okay. Hey Blissful, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. And can I get like one more, maybe two, please? Thank you. One more. One more for Kala. Okay. Okay. So, let's see what we got. I'm just going to move these out of the way for now. Okay. So we have fear. We have no rejection. We have confidence, pain, and ghost. So ghost is like my little divinely protected card, so that's a good card. However, we have this fear, pain, and rejection coupled with the ghost and the confidence. So something's going on, but it like has to happen. So whatever this is, this painful, fearful thing is meant to better you. And if you approach it with confidence and like you're assured of yourself, you got it. You're flying colors. But just know that this is a pain and a thing that you do have to go through in order to grow. So let's see. Alright, 5 of Wands. So, stress and conflict with your, intellect, action, communication. Maybe you're having trouble, like, communicating something to somebody. We have Temperance, Ace of Cups, and 3 of Swords. So, with the... Alright. Oops, my bad. I did 5 of... Okay. Alright, 1 second. Let me just double check this. Okay, so we have Temperance. We have 3 of Swords, which is, your mind, your intellect, your action, regarding groups and expansion. So you definitely have to expand yourself in some type of way. We also have the beginning of emotion, intuition, relationships. So something is starting from this, but it might be a little difficult to get there. You may feel like you're not heard, or that you have trouble communicating what you really want. And then the 5 of Wands is like stress and conflict with the passion, creativity, and willpower. So maybe, passion, creativity, and willpower along with your intellect. You have an idea in mind, something that you want to do. You're just not sure how to actually get there. Now, Temperance is a... Tulsi, I don't answer those questions unless like they're in the chat consenting to the reading. I pull from the energy as a whole of you guys together. If you're no contact, it's probably no contact for a reason. But if you guys are together, I'll do an overall read. But that's I don't pull who this person's feelings for me, because they're not in my chat. You are. Does that make sense? I know a lot of tarot readers don't really do that, but I feel like when I'm trying to pull somebody's energy that isn't even in my chat, isn't even like right here in front of me basically, then I have to like spend more energy to like pull that out. But we also have Temperance here, so let's see what the Temperance, you know, hold on. My thing does not want to load. I have my own like cheat sheet on my laptop over here. I'm not great at memorization, but I do have my own typed out, like my own words and everything. So let me just find it. Yeah, so Temperance is balance and peace, perspective, being harmonious, tranquility, calm. So I feel like this feels like you have an idea that you think is like so great, or you just have like a goal in mind, something that you want to do, something that you want to reach and attain, but you're not sure how to go about it. You're having trouble communicating it. You're having trouble coming up with creative ways to do it, but you really just need to slow down, breathe, and have like an inner conversation with yourself. Maybe this pain here is deciding that that's not exactly what you should be doing. And the switch is what's gonna lead to success. You know, it could also be your approach to the situation. Maybe you're just approaching it the wrong way. You're approaching it kind of go when you need to just approach with caution. Okay, you know what? Let's take a step and look at this from all perspectives, not just one and two. What perspective does, you know, C and D have? So that kind of thing. Is what I'm picking up here. Does that make sense, Kala? Again, I do apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right. I seriously. But yeah. So whatever is going on, you're really just trying to get to the end result before thinking about the steps ahead of time. So, you know, think of the steps. Write a list if you have to. You know, have a little conversation with yourself. You know what I used to do? When I was back in like college and stuff, I would write out, and I did this with just like research papers and whatever, and you can do it with like, you know, almost anything, but I would write out the whole thing that I had to do, or write out your whole plan, put it into a different font and a different color, and then, you know, an hour later, come back to it and read it as if it's somebody else's thing entirely, and critique it that way. Say, okay, this, you know, come at it from a fresh perspective. This isn't mine, it's somebody else's. It's a different font, different color, whatever, totally different, so it doesn't even look like your own, so your brain kind of sees it as something brand new. And then like really critique it like as if it's somebody else's work. Say, okay, somebody else has this idea, even though you wrote it 3 hours ago, but you just changed it around a bit so it looks brand new. You know, take that from another perspective and read it again as if it's somebody else's. And then you can kind of see, like, you know, little bits and pieces that might be like slightly off or not okay with what you want. But if it's exactly right, then it should be like, yeah, great, sign me up. And you should have absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. But if you approach it, if it's like somebody else's stuff, then it makes it a little bit easier for you to criticize and critique your own work. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Alright, but I hope that resonated. And, you know, if you're new, give us a like, drop us a subscribe. Yeah. I haven't been doing this for, like, super long, but, like, well, tarot in general I've been doing, like, forever, but, I have not been doing YouTube for so long, so we're still trying to grow that audience and whatnot. So, help you grow out if you want to. You are so welcome, my friend. But I definitely recommend that, yeah, for sure. It really does put things kind of into perspective for yourself. And that goes with anything, even if it's like, you just do a journal entry for like your own relationship with like both points. And then you change it to, a different font or whatever. What would a therapist say? If I'm a therapist, what would I say to this couple if I'm getting this back? You know what I mean? To just kind of help yourself get accustomed to how you think and operate, and just kind of giving a shift. Never hurts to shift, especially if you're doing it with your own stuff. You can always shift back. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. Like I said, just take your time. Sometimes what really truly helps is taking a break and going for a walk or doing something else for a minute and then coming back to it later. It is absolutely okay to come back to it later. The universe runs on its own time, but time to us is a little bit different. We always want things right now, but the universe's now is like, okay, I'm sending it to you now, but it still has to get all the way back down to Earth and where you are, so it's still going to take a couple of business days. You know what I mean? That's why, like, people that are able to instantly manifest are, like, just connected on a whole nother level. Because they're just in constant contact, with the spiritual team that's providing those gifts and everything. So it can be a lot. And a lot of the times, like, we are the problem standing in our own way, and we don't even realize it until we look at it from another view. You know what I mean? You should always be, like, criticizing yourself and pushing yourself to be better. And if you're not doing that, then that's not, that's not the best way to live. But also, sometimes we need a pause to, get our heads straight, and that's okay. As long as we understand that the play button is still on the pause button. When you press pause, you're still gonna have to press play again. Because you can't just sit there forever, But yeah. I am more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. I know my description says that it's like kind of donation only. Unfortunately, that is true. I wish it was not, but your girl's got bills to pay, and we're in a recession, But it doesn't matter how much you donate. Like, I'm not gonna be like donate 50 cents if you want. I don't care. But, otherwise, we're hanging out and vibing, and we're doing some diamond painting. So, fun. It's just a nice little hobby of mine that I do on the side. But you have these little dots, and you basically make the picture hold. It's like color by number, but like adult color by number. Anyway. Anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? Any fun stuff going on? Any gossip? I love me some gossip. And like, we can chit chat and like talk about whatever. Like, if you don't have, if you're not here for tarot and you're just here for chilling, that's totally fine too. Lurk away if you want to. Have a conversation. That's cool. Yeah. We're all about vibes today, and that's pretty much it. Hanging out, having a good time. Having a good time. So if you like weirdos that talk to themselves all day, but also are pretty freaking spiritually inclined, I'm your girl. Hell yeah. And you know what? If my vibe is not for you, that's okay too. You do not have to stick around if you don't like the vibes, because I know that everybody's an individual who likes their own stuff, and that's absolutely fair and valid and totally fine. I don't like to pressure people into anything. Back in the day, I had a business, I did a door-to-door sales job once, and literally made nothing for like months, because I would just let people tell me no. So I felt bad. I was like, well, I'm not pressuring people. If they're saying no and they're fine, then no, they're fine. I'm not going to tell somebody that they're wrong because I'm not, that's not what they want. I majored in medical billing and coding, and it was a great major. However, the certification exam is extremely difficult. So I had to be like very meticulous and organized. Not a lot of people know about like medical coding, honestly, but there are like 3 very thick manuals that you have to go through for like different codes. One book is like what the doctor did. Another one is like why you went to the doctor in the first place, and then another one is like medical devices. So the exam itself is 150 questions, but each of those questions is like almost a full page long, because it's based on like a full like doctor's note, like a whole medical chart. And I was 3 points away twice. And I frankly did not want to spend any more money to retest again and have to get updated code books for the new year. It was going to cost me like another $1,000 to test again. So I said, I'm all set. Because I have test anxiety as it is, and to be 3 points away twice is just like, come on, man. So it was not for me. But I do love it, and my books were immaculate. If it was just based on coursework, I would have aced it, but, things happen. But I've always still been, like, really big into, like, medical and everything. Like, I still want to do some sort of, like, medical processing, back-end sort of thing. Because not everybody who works in billing is also a coder. So I think maybe I'll do it that way, and I don't know. But I've always been really big into, like, anatomy, physiology, like, how the body works, microbes, microscopes. I was very big into microbiology. Although I hated my professor, I did like the course. I took my favorite class I've ever taken was my one criminalistics class. And if I wasn't graduating the semester that I had taken that, I would have gone on and just changed my major and just done that. I'm a really big true crime fan. I love the forensics aspect of things. I think it's so cool to, like, get carpet fibers or whatever and find blood in there and, like, just figure out if it's pet hair or human hair. You know what I mean? Just the weird stuff that, people that like to just kind of be alone by themselves. Like, give me all the samples, a microscope, and lock the door, and I've got you. This will all get done today. I really love it. I think microscopes are just so fun and so cool. And that's, like, with anything, not even just, like, skin cells or whatever. Like, if you've ever seen seashells under a microscope, oh my goodness. If you haven't, please Google that, because it is great. It is good stuff. But yeah, I feel like at the time when I was kind of deciding my major, people, like, were very big into, like, space. It was kind of like, I was like, yeah, space is huge, but also how small do we get? Like, what's the smallest small that I can see? And that's kind of where, my brain went. Because, like, we're all made up of atoms, molecules, energy, everything. And it's just very crazy. It's just very interesting to me. How all that stuff works in general, and how it all needs to work together to actually make somebody a person. When you walk, your neurons are sending, you know, signals to your brain and to your legs. Your nerves on the bottom of your feet are sending signals back to your brain to let you know how close you are to the pavement. And like, we don't even think about that stuff on a daily basis. I mean, at least I assume the general public does not think about that on a daily basis. But like, I kind of do, because I'm somebody, I will trip over anything. I'll trip over the air in front of me. I walk into part of the wall sometimes, and I'm like, but how does my body not kind of catch up to itself already? Like, I've been in the same house for like a year or two now, but I'm still checking the same wall when I walk past. Can we get it together? But the body's still so amazing that I can like do all that. You still have like, I don't know. It's very hard to explain, but I'm just fascinated by all of it. I think genetics are weird. Just cells in general, man. How does like, right? I know that we all know, oh, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right? But like, how do we, like, if you look at a cell, like that's like, looks like a whole little infrastructure on its own, and that's just one cell. You know what I mean? It's nutty. I'm sorry, I got excited, but life is crazy when you look at it from different views and different angles. But yeah, I don't know, in regards to like majors and stuff, I figured out, it took me too long to figure out that I am a back-end person. I am not somebody that can be at the front desk and fake the smile on my face all day. I literally cannot do that because I am like such a no BS kind of person. Like, I will tell you how it is, what exactly is up and why, and just matter of fact, because facts are facts. And yes, I'm not saying that I won't be like gentle about things that are sensitive or whatever. Of course I will be. But I'm still going to tell you the honest truth and what my perspective is on the situation. So, long story short, if I'm working front desk on the telephone and you're like, girl, nobody's called me back, and it's like, well, girl, I've been here for 3 minutes and I have not even checked my voicemail. So you're going to need to give me a minute and stop calling back every 3 seconds, because I haven't even gotten the door yet. Like, so I'm definitely more back-end processing. If I'm like by myself doing things, like you tell me, here, do this task, and then that will be all set. Cool, I absolutely got you. I'll have it done beautifully in like an hour, you know? Because that back-end stuff matters too. Listen, one of my last jobs, I was a chat agent for a bank, and we had like, the system that we used, we had like pre-saved like scripts, they called them, so we could just like click on a message to send, because we're talking to more than one person. That's a thing. If you're online, you're chatting with one of those bots, if it's an actual person, they're talking to at least 5 people, at least 5 other people. And, you know, sometimes when you're doing that type of job, you do a copy and paste, especially if it's like just general information. Oh, tell me about this account. Oh, well, this type of account, you can do this, this, and this. Things like that would be copy and paste. Obviously, you put some flair into it and, like, you know, use people's names and actually have a conversation. But anyway, majority of those scripts that they had for us to click on and send, none of them were cohesive. Like, the phone numbers weren't even written the same way. Some were like 1-800, like 800.922. Whatever, and then the other ones would have a dash, like a normal phone number. And it drove me nuts. And, like, to the point where I had all of the scripts that we had written out on a sheet, on an Excel document. I did it all myself. Nobody asked me to do it. I was like, here, let me help you, because I do care about this job. I like this company, whatever. So I wrote everything out, made it super cohesive. Every phone number was written the same way. Every team was like capitalized. The time stamps for like the hours were written the same. And they're like, oh my God, this is so great. This is great. We're totally going to utilize it. Do you think they used it at all? Nope. What they actually did is they said, oh, we're actually switching entire chat systems to this other server because it's going to be better, it's going to be easier for you guys. Great. You know what you should do? Use the scripts that I just wrote that are actually cohesive and look better, as a company standpoint, just looks better overall. Put those into the new system, and that can be our base, and we'll just grow off of that with anything that we need to add. Nope, they sure didn't. I got compliments from literally everybody, like higher up and everything. Nobody did anything. So I was like, okay, screw this. And that's when I left that company, because what a slap in the face, you know? But yeah. And now we're here. Yeah, it's important. That's, I think, the balance I personally struggle with the most in life, is like, with work specifically, when to drink the Kool-Aid, the company Kool-Aid, oh, hello, hi, great, and then when to actually be, like, pushing for stuff. Because I, naively believe that people care the same way that I do, when that's not the case. That's not how it is. And that's okay. But I still did all that work for literally nothing. I don't care. I'm only a little salty about it still. It's like the point to me that I did extra work without question, like for the greater good, and nobody gave a shit. It's like, okay, so you want your website to look like crap when everybody's getting information that just looks different and it's all weird. That's not how a company should operate. Like, at the very least, you want things to look good as a company, you know? I mean, that's just me. But write things cohesively, damn. And I know the other day, yesterday, I mentioned that I was gonna do, like, astrology infographics and stuff for you guys. And those are, in fact, cohesively written. I am making sure that it's formatted the same way, and that the sentences start off the same, their punctuation matches, just all that little stuff. Because people don't realize it, but, like, that's... When I see a company that is, like, super cohesive like that, that shows me professionalism, like, genuine professionalism. When it's just kind of a mishmash of everything looks different, and the information's the same, but it looks different, and it's just not... It just doesn't look right. It doesn't sit right with me. You know? Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just picky. I'm a Libra sun with a Pisces moon and rising, so things have to, like, feel right, like, all the time. If it doesn't feel right, I'm gonna have a little question mark in my head, you know? And that's the thing, so, like, with me, like, being, a Libra sun and Pisces moon and rising, I'm very go with the flow until I like, hit a wall, and I'm like, okay, I'm all set with this, hard pass. Like, I'll try anything once, but if I don't like how I feel while I'm doing it, I'm never gonna do it again. Like, I don't like heights, but for some reason, I trust roller coasters because I'm, like, strapped in or whatever. Not that those are entirely safe, but I feel better on that. I will still go on a roller coaster, but I'm gonna be nervous, you know? But I'm not scared of the heights when I'm on a roller coaster because I feel safer, which is not always the case, no, but, you know, that feels better to me than going just up in the 108th floor or something of a building and having to sit there all day. I'm gonna be like, get me away from the window. Thank you. I mean, that's a terrible example, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? I think so. Anyway, anybody got any questions? I know I've been rambling for quite some time. And, like, feel free to ask me, like, anything about anything. I'll talk forever. But yeah. This is Tarot AMA today. Ask the reader anything. And like, I'm cool with personal questions too. Like, I don't mind. I don't really have much of a life. Yeah. Yeah, this mountain's coming out great now. I don't know if you guys realize how small these little things are. Very small. Very satisfying to put in the picture. And sometimes when they're close together, they click. Yeah. So what else? We got any other questions? Like I said, I'll literally answer anything. If you want to ask personal questions, that's cool too. I do not mind. In fact, I kind of enjoy it. Or if you want just general advice, I can do that as well. My friends do kind of come to me over everybody else for advice. So I'm used to it, and I do actually really like it because I like helping people in my own kind of way. And my advice isn't always conventional. And if I think that you're wrong in a situation, I will tell you that you're probably wrong. Because I don't play around with that fake BS. I'm going to tell you the truth, and that's that. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that. This is actually diamond painting. So what you do is there's on this sheet, it's basically like a giant color by number. So there are all like different letters, numbers, symbols throughout, and you just stick on the little dots. And it is so relaxing and so satisfying. And actually, I should turn this for a second so you can see the entire thing. Just quick. But I got little pandas on here. And I don't think I'm gonna like put this up anywhere in my house. Like I genuinely don't. Cause it's massive. Like it's very big. And I think I just might sell it. Like I feel like it would just look really cute in an Asian restaurant. And I would like to grace somebody with this at some point. I do have another one that's like relatively the same size. That's like a beach house. And I love that one, and I'll probably keep that. However, my boyfriend is like, ew, I hate houses that look like that. And I'm like, well, too bad. I like it. So I haven't started that one yet because I know he's gonna complain. But he comes in and sings that panda song every single time he's usually working on this. Just panda, panda, panda. Like, okay. I'm here for it, you know? Sometimes they do shift a little bit when working on them for a long time. So, you know, that's why you kind of get like the snap noise to them sometimes. But the more you fill in, the more they'll kind of squish together and form their own little grid. I mean, even here, I have a couple spots that are not totally filled in, but because it's filled in enough, it's still being squished together like it should. Yeah. But yeah, no, feel free to like ask me literally anything. It doesn't have to be like tarot or whatever. I'm very big on astrology, grounding, and just kind of getting in tune with our own energy. I know that like TikTok has been insane with like all the spiritual stuff, but I honestly stopped because it's like everybody is a starseed. And it's like, cool, great, that's fine, but now that like I don't know. I believe, yeah, some people for sure are, but then other people who are just like, oh my god, I'm hearing about this, that's definitely me too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's gotten to be like that. Like, just because they get a message from spirit once, they're like, oh, I'm so spiritual, whoa, but they don't continue to tap into it. Like, it's just for show, for like TikTok and stuff. So I don't even go on there anymore. I don't even know what they're talking about. I go on there for memes and like emo bands now, which is embarrassing, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's a good time. And my boyfriend, if you're curious, is a Taurus sun, Gemini rising, and Libra moon. So he can be a bit much sometimes, but we work together very, very well. Because I have the patience of a saint. I truly do. He waited 10 months after we started talking to officially ask me to be his girlfriend and stuff. So, patience of a saint. 10 months in Taurus time. Well, real time and Taurus time, but you know what I mean. But yeah. Feel free to ask anything you want. I'm here. Literally, it's like anything regarding like questions with the cards are donation only, but like strictly just because I have bills to pay. If I had anything coming in right now and didn't really need to do that, then everything would be free. Like, I don't care, but I literally have to. But I'm here for like astrology questions, grounding questions, just energy tapping, how I deal with certain stuff. Like, I'm fine with any of that. Like, we're having a fun chill time today. So yeah, we vibe. Hopefully soon I will figure out a website. I'm like still kind of like designing the whole thing. It's been a work in progress. I have not worked on it every day. I need to, but it's kind of been like whenever I have a second, I've been working on it. But I want to really get something up and going for you guys, so I can at least do like a daily tarot card or an astrology series and like different energy things. Like, I'm gonna have like my like chakra grounding thing that I went over yesterday up on there, which like every time I show it, I've shown it like maybe like twice here now, but every time I show it, I like get at least one comment that's like, whoa, because it is so bizarre and out there. But it works, I'm telling you, it works. Sometimes, like, the weirdest stuff really, truly works. Because I feel like the universe doesn't expect it. They're like, okay, rephrase. The universe expects it, because the universe knows everything. But they're like, oh, okay, so you're the only one doing that? That's fine, cool. You will get the gift then. Because I feel like once everybody starts doing something to get results, it stops working. Like, every single person that's like writing, like doing like the money mantra like every single day, like all of those people that are like daily with it, just don't get it because they're doing it too much, too hard. You know, they weren't the first. There's already a bajillion people trying to already do it. You know what I mean? Like, the universe has its own timing, but we have ours. And the universe provides on its own time, not on ours. So, I don't know. I mean, I have very unconventional ways of thinking as it is. But yeah. Anyway, enjoy the vibes today. If you have any questions, that's awesome. If not, feel free to hang out. Like, we're just living. And I do have my cards ready to go. Okay. Anybody got fun plans for the weekend? My boyfriend's birthday is this weekend, and I don't know what to do. Oh shit, happy Taurus season! Whoop whoop! Any Tauruses watching? If so, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Unless it's today, then happy birthday! We got any stoner friends in the chat? Because, hey, happy 420. That's just me, probably, but yeah. Anybody watching any fun shows? Any cool stuff? I never know what to watch for, like, movies and shows, so I will take any, like, recommendations. Any of them. Do chakra meditation after working on my sacral chakra and back pain vanish. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. So okay. I'm gonna whip it out. I have this lovely paper that it's really not like drawn out that great, I promise you, but it still gets the point across, and I feel like you're gonna like it, so I'm gonna show it. Did I rip it out of here? No, I did not. Haha. Let me find it. I just saw it. There it is. Okay, so what I do every single night when I go to sleep is, I know this looks complicated, I know, I'm sorry. But I keep like this little black line in my mind when I go to sleep. And I focus on each chakra, where it is on my body. I don't necessarily like put hands on myself or anything. Like I just, it's before I go to sleep. So like I'm comfortable, cozy, like right in like sleep position. And then I will count my breaths. I will do a 4 count in and a 4 count out. So I will start at the root and I'll go, okay, I have like my little red ball in my mind. Go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll do like at least maybe like 10 times back and forth for each chakra. And once I'm done with the red, I will move on to sacral, and then go on to solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. But I bounce the balls back and forth, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the higher ones, because they kind of encompass everything, and I will do like a 1, 2 every so often. But it's always on a 4 count. Like I will just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of meets up. But what I will do is with the higher ones, especially the third eye and the crown. Third eye encompasses everything. It sees all. So I'll just do one big jump, like right there with it. 1, whoop, and then out. And then for my crown, I do literally the entire thing. I do a circle all the way around my like little line here. I'm gonna have to find a way to explain this better, more thoroughly. I mean, it's a very simple concept. It just looks complicated, you know? But I'll have like a different color for each of the chakras, and I'll like put it in my mind like it's Microsoft Paint. Like I don't do anything fancy or anything. I'm like, okay, cool, red ball, red flat ball dot, cool, and then I jump. But I do that every single night before I go to sleep. That's what goes through my brain. That's how I empty my mind, and it is incredible. So essentially, whatever chakra I end up stopping on, because I never really know because I fall asleep. which is not the best way to like meditate, but it's meditation for me. Like it's a close. And because I am like so like Pisces, so like 12th house, like in tune with everything, I feel like my subconscious kind of takes over and works on what I've done. Like it bridges my subconscious and conscious. Because if I'm like consciously thinking about this, okay, then my brain becomes used to it, and this becomes subconscious while I sleep. And also, if I'm able to like finish 10 each of that particular chakra, it's relatively cleared for the time being. If I fall asleep during the root, then the root is what needs to get worked on, you know, and that's what's going to be happening while I sleep, while I'm not even aware of it, and I wake up feeling so much better. Sometimes I do feel a tingle in the chakra itself if it's like really, like when I first wake up, not even just when I'm doing it, but when I wake up and I know that work has got done on that chakra overnight, I can like feel it. So yeah, I know it looks complicated. It's a very easy concept. It's just a matter of bouncing them back and forth on a line, however many times you want to do that. If it's like 2, if it's 4, if it's just 1, but I do a 4 count. Because your lungs are actually broken up into 4 lobes. So that's what I do. I try to fill each one of the spaces. You have your upper and lower lobes for your lungs. So I will do like 1 and 2 is just like kind of like your regular breath. And then the 3, 4 is like a deep into the diaphragm type of breath. So it's a really deep, like until you can't take any more air in, and then breathe out. But just keep it on the 4 count, and then you can speed up and slow down your 4 count as needed, just as long as you keep to like the same number or whatever. And I'm not saying like do like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, like no, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. If you like feel your heart rate kind of slowing down, you can start to get a little slower. Do 1 2 3 4 1 2, and like kind of it flows. I promise. Try it. It really works. It's incredible. I've never seen anybody do anything like this, explain anything like this. This is entirely out of my own head. My brain works in images better than it does in words, so that's what my brain came up with. But yeah, that will be on the website at some point, whenever it's up, whenever it exists. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm working on it. I'm just trying to figure out, like, Google Sites, Wix, Woobly, whatever. Like, there's so many different things to use. Some are expensive, and some are free, and the free ones don't come with all of the stuff, so you have to sacrifice, and it's a lot. It's a lot more than you'd think. But it's still fun, and I still like doing it. So I can't really complain now, can I? But yeah, I mean, everybody has their own things that they do to like center themselves and ground themselves and get back to, you know, their higher self. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with sharing those methods, because some may actually work for other people as well. And also something that somebody else does has a possibility of not working out for you, because you're not them. But you're still more than welcome to try, you know? And that's not, I don't mean to like sound discouraging to anybody. I'm just saying if it doesn't work out, don't get upset with it. Because our own bodies are attuned to the things that it needs. Like, it has its own thing going on. So yeah, we can try something that somebody else is doing it, but it may not go the way that we expect, and we have to, you know, we have to prepare for that, for those outcomes as well. I know we always want the good things, you know, good things, but, you know, sometimes bad things happen too, and that's part of the process, is learning and growing and helping others with what you do know and they may not, right? Yeah. I know I ramble a lot, guys. I'm sorry, but what else are you gonna listen to? I'm just kidding. Anyway. Yeah. Alright. So what's going on? Is that music too loud, or is that like an okay volume? Oh, it was nice spending time with you too, Kala. You have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you, have a great weekend too. Hope to see you again soon. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Alright. Thank you, friend. Alright. So yeah, that was a fun moment. I like getting questions like that, so like please feel free, feel absolutely free as a bird to ask me anything you want. I could talk about astrology all day, I could talk about energy all day, I could talk about anything spiritual all day long. I'm not kidding. I just genuinely love it. Makes me feel good. Makes the world feel good. Gets everybody kind of more in tune with themselves. At least we hope, right? Because I mean, there have been times where I'm doing like some self-discovery and I'm like, oh shit, have I been like that the whole time? It's like, girl, yes. Yes, you have. And when we shut down to it, it shuts us down from any growth that can happen too, right? So you gotta change up every once in a while. Gotta do a little detox here and there. Because it gives you a little reset. Now, I'm no doctor, clearly, but I will say, every once in a while, just do a water cleanse for yourself, where you only drink water. Because honestly, like, you'd be surprised, only drinking water and stuff for like a day, for like a full like 24 hours, even 48, I wouldn't really push it to 48. Again, I'm not a doctor, like this is not medical advice, but it can help to reset a little bit. You know, because water is everything, dude. And a lot of us don't realize how important water is. I mean, I still don't some days. I forget to drink my water all the time. But when I remember, I'm chugging. You know? Yeah, so what's going on, friends? What's up? What's the tea? Anybody got anything going on this weekend or fun plans? Or just fun things in general? Man, I didn't even realize it's almost 2 o'clock. Oh well. Okay. We're gonna keep rolling, shall we? Yeah. So we're doing pretty much like any spirituality questions I'm here for, any zodiac questions, energy stuff. That's all like free for sure. If you have a question where you're wanting cards, that would be donation only. So please don't let that deter you. I'm more than happy to answer anything, help out, guide, provide some guidance where you guys need it. And of course, feel free to like and subscribe if you are a new friend and haven't done so already. But yeah. All vibes here. Whoops. Dropping things. And like, yeah, I don't know. We're chilling. I don't know if it's better to ramble when I'm here by myself or to just be quiet. Genuinely not sure. yeah. Alright. I'm gonna pull a card for myself. Because screw it. Okay, that was fun. Okay. What do I need today? That chunked out. I don't know. What do I need today? What do I need today? What do I need today? True. Alright. What do I need today? Okay. Alright, get rid of the anger, cleanse the energy, and have faith. I'll say I'm like trying to judge where to put these cards based on where things are in this picture. Yeah. Not sure. Of course it takes like a second for me to like see what's up. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So anybody joining, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We are just vibing out here. Alright, I'm at 77 minutes. I'm curious if I... I don't know. Whoa. Go off, queen. I'm like genuinely curious if I started this live over as like just a diamond painting ASMR. Would I get viewers? I mean, probably not, but like maybe. I'm like kind of tempted. Do they really could do that as like a tarot channel. I mean, I might. I think I'm gonna. Yeah. 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 Yes. Yes. Can we adjust the camera and do something better?